Have you ever felt an invisible burden that weighs on your soul? A pressure that seems to crush your very spirit even when you smile for the world? That weight is unforgiveness. Every time you clutch onto grudges, every silent resentment you nurture in your heart, it builds up like sediment over years. Imagine carrying a heavy backpack filled with stones labeled pain, betrayal, to hurt, each one representing a wound that has never healed. In the quiet moments of your day, when the noise fades away, you might notice the ache. That ache is a reminder that unforgiveness is a poison you willingly ingest, expecting someone else to suffer its effects, yet only harming yourself. As you walk through life, the bitterness and anger create a barrier between you and the divine. Forgiveness isn't about forgetting the wrong. It's about releasing the weight so that God's love can fill the empty spaces. When you let go of the chain that binds you to the past, you free yourself to step into a future that belongs to you, a future filled with purpose, hope, and a deeper connection with God. So ask yourself, how long will you let these stones define your journey? Today is the day to unburden your heart, to acknowledge that holding on to pain only robs you of joy. Let this be the beginning of your transformation, a bold, courageous step toward inner freedom. Forgiveness is often misunderstood. Many believe it means condoning the wrong that was done or forgetting the wound entirely. But forgiveness is not about excusing injustice. It's about reclaiming your peace. It is a deliberate, spiritually driven choice to let go of vengeance and to free your heart from the shackles of bitterness. Think about it. Every time you whisper a prayer asking for forgiveness from others, you're also asking for God's grace to wash away the sorrow within. True forgiveness means acknowledging the hurt, understanding the lessons hidden behind the pain, and then choosing to move forward without bitterness. It's not that the memory fades away. Instead, it loses its power to harm you. Real forgiveness transforms your inner landscape. It shifts your focus from what you lost to what you have yet to gain, a richer, more compassionate view of life. When you forgive, you're not surrendering your standards. You're liberating your spirit to live fully and love unconditionally. This transformation is not a one-time event, but a journey of daily renewal. Embrace forgiveness as a sacred act that blesses you with inner peace, anchoring your life in a deeper trust in God's plan and your own limitless potential. Unforgiveness is a slow, steady thief. It chips away at your health, your happiness, and your ability to love freely. Every resentful thought, every moment you dwell on the hurt, acts like acid to your spirit, eroding your capacity to experience joy, connection, and success. When you choose to hold on to bitterness, you not only imprison others in your anger, but you also imprison yourself from receiving God's abundant mercy. Imagine a garden choked by weeds. No matter how beautiful the flowers around it, the weeds drain the life from the soil. In your heart, unforgiveness is those weeds, sapping nutrients and darkening your spirit. Over time, this toxicity can stifle your creativity, rob you of energy, and even affect your physical health. Studies have shown that chronic anger and stress can lead to heart disease, high blood pressure, and a weakened immune system. Your inability to forgive is a barrier to spiritual growth. When you hold on to past hurts, you close the door to divine intervention and the blessings of a renewed life. The cost of unforgiveness is steep: lost opportunities, fractured relationships, and a life half-lived. Only when you choose to let go does your true, God-ordained self emerge, ready to receive all the joy and abundance that's waiting for you. History is rich with accounts of transformation wrought by forgiveness. Consider the story of a woman who, after losing her only child to violence, found the strength to forgive the perpetrator, though her heart was shattered. Her choice to forgive not only liberated her from perpetual sorrow, but also inspired countless others to embrace healing. Similarly, many have faced abandonment, rejection, and betrayal. Stories that have echoed the experiences of figures like Joseph in the Bible, who endured betrayal by his own brothers, only to rise as a beacon of hope and reconciliation. These are not fairy tales, they are testimonies that forgiveness has the power to flip the narrative of pain into a legacy of redemption. When you forgive, you align yourself with a divine principle that transcends human frailty. You become an instrument of peace. Forgiveness makes you invincible because it strips away the power that those who hurt you once held. Look to history, to scripture, and even to personal stories that remind us. In every dark chapter, there lies the possibility of new light. When you witness genuine forgiveness, you see the remarkable transformation that occurs when love triumphs over bitterness. Let these stories kindle the fire of hope in your heart, encouraging you to write your own narrative of healing and victory. Forgiveness is not an abstract idea, it's a series of deliberate steps that transform your heart. Begin with acknowledgement, recognize and accept the pain, and understand that it has held you back. Then move to decision. Decide that you will no longer allow bitterness to rule your life. Forgiveness begins with a choice. Forgive you. This declaration, though simple, carries a profound impact. Once you've made the choice, speak it. Speak it aloud in prayer or journal your feelings. Let the act of verbalizing your forgiveness be a ritual of release. Next, lean on God in community. Surround yourself with supportive voices that remind you of your worth and the liberating power of forgiveness. Embrace self-care practices, meditation, prayer, and reflection to rebuild your inner world. Remember, forgiving does not mean you condone the pain inflicted upon you. It means you refuse to let that pain dictate your future. With each mindful step, you reclaim a piece of your soul, restoring hope and paving the way for a life free of lingering resentment. When you release resentment, something divine happens. The floodgates of grace open. Forgiveness is not merely a human act, but a spiritual discipline that aligns you with God's abundant mercy. Unforgiveness locks you away from receiving the miracles He has in store. Consider biblical teachings. Christ's command to forgive was not just for the benefit of others, but to ensure that we remain vessels of His love. When you let go, you make room for healing, transformation, and a direct connection with the divine. This process of surrender is both challenging and empowering. By choosing to forgive, you acknowledge that no hurt, however deep, is too profound for God's redemption. This spiritual act transforms your prayers, your mindset, and your very essence. You begin to see life through a lens of compassion, understanding that every trial is an invitation to grow closer to the one who heals all wounds. In letting go, you are not erasing your past, rather, you are infusing it with purpose. Each act of forgiveness becomes a testament to your resilience and to God's transformative power in your life. Every decision you make today shapes the legacy you leave behind. When you choose forgiveness, you break the cycle of pain that can span generations. Imagine a future where your children, your community, and even those who once hurt you experience the freedom that comes from releasing old grudges. Forgiveness is more than a personal act. It's a ripple that extends far beyond you, creating a legacy of healing and hope. By embracing forgiveness, you set a powerful example that strength lies not in holding on to anger, but in rising above it to build something beautiful. Your legacy will speak of resilience, love, and the courage to overcome. Let your story be one of redemption, where every scar tells a tale of victory and every tear transforms into a beacon of light for others. This legacy is a divine testament to the truth that we are all capable of profound change when we open our hearts to forgiveness. It is the greatest gift you can pass on, a message that even in our brokenness, God's love restores and renews. As we reach the end of this journey, remember, forgiveness is the gateway to true freedom. Ask yourself, who is still holding residence in your heart? Every grudge, every hurt, every unspoken resentment is a chain that prevents you from fully embracing the abundant life God has planned for you. This is your call to action. Choose to break those chains today. Proclaim out loud or silently, "Son, I forgive." Feel the shift as the weight lifts, and know that your heart is reclaiming its rightful space for joy, peace, and love. As you move forward, hold on to this truth. Every step in forgiveness is a step toward God. Subscribe if you feel called to share this message, like if your heart has been touched, and share it with someone who needs to let go. Embrace forgiveness as your divine key to unlocking a future filled with hope and limitless possibility. The journey doesn't end here. It's only just beginning, and the best is yet to come.